How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back with another beer review tonight, and we're going to be doing a little Innis Gunn action. Innis Gunn, for those who've never had it, is a beer from the United Kingdom, Scotland specifically. How you doing, family in Glasgow? Well, Clydebank, really. Innis Gunn is a English beer. That's what I'll call it. Old, strong old ale, whatever you want to call it. From the United Kingdom. Not a huge English beer fan, but I like some of Innis Gunn's offerings. This one in particular I've never had. I'm kind of excited to try it because it's a Orosolo Cask, which is a sherry cask, and I'm a huge sherry fan. I hate wine, but I love sherry, even though it's a fortified wine. Even more importantly, sweet sherries, and this is what it's aged in. So hopefully this does me right. It's a pretty big bottle. I'm flying solo, so I'm not sure what else I'm going to do with the rest of this. I'm going to drink it is what I'm going to do. But let's see what we got. First off, Innis Gunn. We got a nice little label here, limited edition, yada yada yada. It tells you what it tastes like. We don't even know anything about that. Oak aged like no other beer. That's Innis Gunn's thing. Bottle is sweating like crazy. It's not super cold. It's just like 90 degrees and 1,000% humidity here right now. Let's see. Product of Scotland. Blah 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 blah. Ale. Oh, aged in Orosolo Cask. 7.4%. Not high, not low. Somewhere in between. Your typical labeling. Almost all of your Innis Gunn stuff looks like your bottling looks like almost like a Scotch bottle. It's like they can't even get away from it. It just wants to be. Even the color, if you look at it, it looks like a good Scotch color, like nice golden ruby yellowish red. Innis Gunn Orosolo Cask, oak aged beer. We have sourced rare Orosolo sherry casks to mature this limited edition. This beer is rich and spicy with a lot of nutty caramel sweetness drawn from the wood. Hopefully, I love caramel, so hopefully that does me right. Yada yada yada. Not much else in there, so let's see what she has to offer. Innis Gunn is a weird thing for me. Like, I love them and I hate them. Like, some of them blow my doors off. Some of them are just like meh. So, but there's a decent amount of variety. So. Pouring. That's a head right there. I can smell the hops from here. Don't even have to put my nose in it. I can smell it. So I'm not a huge hoppy guy. So we'll see what happens. But I mean, first off, I don't even have to stick my nose near it. Just that super piney, grassy, hoppy note is gonna be prevalent. I don't even have to smell it first off. Decent head. You're talking about probably 1.5 fingers when I first poured it. Decent retention, nice and fluffy. Typical English old ale, strong ale color. You know, that nice, beautiful, golden, dark orangey tint of rubyish red. It's all hops. I mean, from the nose, orange peel. Orange, a ton of orange, a ton of pine, a ton of grass. I mean, it almost seems like this thing is going to be crazy hoppy. I mean, in the back here it tells you, there's a little label, it says smells figs, cloves, allspice, a little allspice, grassy freshness from the hops. That's just overpowering everything, you know. So, let's see what we got going on here. It smells way stronger than it actually tastes. I mean, like I said, I'm not a huge hop person, and the second I smelled it or even poured it, I could just get wafts of that grass, and I expected it to be almost a hop bomb for how much how much I smelt, but it's pretty subdued in taste in a good way. I mean, it's not. This isn't gonna rate super high for me as far as some of my favorite beers, but I'll tell you what, got a little perspiration going on. It's super hot out, super high humidity. This is almost the perfect beer for the situation. Earlier tonight, I did Older Viscosity from Port Brewing, and that's not the kind of beer you want to drink in an environment like this. It's a better beer than this, but this is definitely refreshing. Yeah, slightly bitter, not super bitter, not a ton of sweetness, not a ton of anything. A little uninspiring, almost like almost all English beers, except for J.W. Lee's and Thomas Hardy and a select few, but it's not bad, man. Like, it's a good beer. Definitely something I want to drink on a night like tonight. And if you're a big Innis Gunn fan, I mean, typically when you're a fan of this of any brewery, but this brewery in particular, you're just gonna buy everything and try it. It's not bad. It's not good. It's somewhere in between. Not much to show of taste wise. You know, mouth feels pretty down there. Not much to it. No creaminess. No bite. No nothing. Zero booze. Taste. It. You know. There's. It's almost like if you use a tulip glass like this, you get your nose in there. Your nose tricks you before you even taste it. Like, it's so subtle that you're expecting something because you're breathing slightly when you're gonna go drink. You're expecting something way more. When you actually get into it, but it's just super subtle. Not a ton of hops. Maybe the slightest bit of sourness to it, almost like this might be from the sherry, from the wine, like that wine sourness. Even though sherry, this is supposed to be a sweet cherry. Like kind of like slightly sourness you get from a grape. You know, maybe that, but other than that, there's not much to it. Nose is where it's at. I mean, there's a ton there. Mostly hops. Like I said, orange, but it's very vibrant, especially when you first crack it. And that's about it. I mean, for what it is, I wouldn't even rate it as an old ale or an English ale. But that's what they say it is, so I'll rate it accordingly. For me, I put it in the low 80s, probably about an 81, 82. Maybe this hot weather and its refreshingness is skewing me a little bit. I might go a little bit lower, but that's where I'll put it. As far as availability, Innis Gunn, you can find it here, find it there. It's nothing great, or it's nothing hard to find, but at the same time, it's not like you run across it all the time, specifically in this area. So I'd put it somewhere around the 5 range as far as availability. Cost, you know, you're talking about, what was this, ounce-wise? 1.9 fluid ounces. So, I mean, you're talking about, I think I spent $9 on it. Decent, you know, nothing too crazy. I mean, it's not cheap, it's not expensive. It's right in line probably for what it should be at $9. So, value-wise, I put it around a 6 to 7 maybe. Nothing too crazy. So, I mean, don't know what else to say. Didn't blow my doors off, didn't hate it. Kind of uninspiring, but at this moment, with the weather and whatnot, it's a pretty good beer. So, if you're a fan, check it out. If not, so be it. I'm Matt with Massive Beer Reviews with another beer review in the books. Hopefully, you have questions, comments, suggestions, gripes, complaints, whatever you want. Throw them in the comments below, and hopefully, we see you next time. Cheers.